To day 6, really happy that you're still with us. I hope you're enjoying the challenge so far. Today we're doing a very special technique. It's called Uddiyana Bandha. It's the abdominal lock. Now this technique is very special because it's taking energy from the lower energy centers and pushing it upwards. So all that heavy, dense energy that we have to deal with in our everyday life, we're pushing it up into more spiritual, more refined, more uplifted energy. So we can take energy such as anger, shift it upwards, and it can become love. It's amazing. So this technique is all about subliming energy, and it's amplifying our energy at the level of Manipura chakra, which is our hara. It's where we have our power, our sense of our confidence, our willpower, our inner strength, our inner balance, our determination, our leadership qualities. They all are at this level of Manipura. When we do this abdominal suction, we are amplifying that energy. So it's a really amazing technique to step into your power. How do you do it? You have to exhale, completely empty your lungs. That's why I'm going to show you my belly now. You exhale, completely empty your lungs, and then you do a mock inhalation as if you're inhaling. So you open and lift the chest, and the abdomen's going to suck in and up, and that's going to create the suction. So to begin with, to make sure that you don't let any air into your mouth and your nose, I encourage you to close your mouth and nose with your hand. So you block the air passageways with your hands, so no air is going to go into your lungs, because if you let air go into your lungs, it's less likely you're going to get the suction. So it looks something like this. Exhaling, squeeze the abdomen, close the mouth and nose. And then create the suction. Release the belly before you inhale. And that's it. It's very simple. That's all you have to do for Uddiyana Bandha. Sorry, excuse me. And we use this at the end of techniques, during our pranayama practice, but you can also do it as a standalone practice. If you're feeling jealousy, envy, anger, all these negative energies, and you want to shift that energy, you can just step aside. It might look very funny to your partner or your friend if you're having a crazy moment, but find a quiet place, do Uddiyana Bandha, and it's going to shift your energy. So your mind state is going to shift, your emotions are going to shift just by doing this practice. I promise you, it's a miracle practice, a miracle technique for managing your emotions and your mental state. So if you're ready, let's do a couple of rounds of Uddiyana Bandha together, and then I hope you're still practicing some of those other techniques. You can practice this technique in between those techniques, if that makes sense. Okay, so exhale, empty your lungs, push all the air out, a couple of pushes at the end to squeeze the abdomen, and then abdominal suction. Release the belly before you inhale, and then hold the breath. So I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see whether you can see me. Maybe you can see the suction. So I'm just going to turn to the side, because it'll just give you more of an idea of the suction. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. So yeah, you can always do continuous rounds of Uddiyana Bandha, or you can use it in between practices, as I said. And so let's do one more practice together. Exhaling fully, pushing the air out, push, 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 and then do the suction. Keep holding for as long as you can, then release the belly, then inhale, and then hold for a little bit while longer. When you are doing this inhale after the technique, you might feel this energy rushing upwards. Yeah, it's a really magical feeling when you really start to feel this shift of energy. This practice is one of the techniques that is going to really help to activate and help your Kundalini to rise. So we hear about people talking about Kundalini, and actually if you're doing spiritual practice, your Kundalini probably is rising. And very often it's very slowly rising. But some people have these very powerful and strong Kundalini awakening, and it can be quite troublesome to the body when that happens. I read a book about Kundalini awakening. I think the writer was Gopi Krishna, and he tells of his experience of Kundalini arising, and what his body went through was very traumatic. There was a lot of heat, a lot of shaking, a lot of blackouts. It was a crazy experience for him when his Kundalini awakened. For many of us, it's a very slow and gentle thing that's happening all the time. If you are in spiritual practice, your Kundalini is continuously being supported to rise. So, Uddiyana Bandha will support Manipura chakra. It's going to support you to shift your energy, to shift your emotions, and experiment and let us know how it's going. And I'll see you tomorrow for the final day. So exciting. Tomorrow we have a little bit of a longer practice. So we're going to bring all these techniques together. Am I rambling? Maybe a little bit. Okay, I'm just getting nervous. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.